no!
It's easy to pull the trigger, but it ain't easy to move your mom out the hood. That's a real man job.
Locked in on your dream, locked in.
Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings, bro.
Let me say something to all of my haters. Fuck you.
Just for 1 minute, stick your foot in my shoes and try to deal with what I go through in my life.
It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew.
Ain't no
Hey,
hold
man,
up.
listen, bro.
Ain't no hold up.
It ain't gotta be no hold up. I'm asking you a
Ain't
question.
no hold up.
I'm asking you a
Ain't
question.
no hold up.
What do you mean it ain't no hold up, man?
That doesn't fly. That's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly.
Rappers got dreadlocks in their hair. What does that mean? Is that a statement or is that just something that y'all like to do?
Exactly.
That's what that is?
Hell no!
What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Shondell.
And it's your boy C Flip.
And y'all tuned into the Session Podcast, man. A podcast dedicated more than nothing to something. You feel me? We're gonna kick it off, Tezo, man. We're gonna talk about that Scorpion album. For those of y'all who's listening and don't know, that's that Drake album that just dropped. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And I want to get your take on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you think? Not just about the album, you know, but everything regarding the album. You know what I'm saying? Surrounding that motherfucker.
I think
it was a lot of, you know.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, and that's why, you know, I got different opinions on it. First off, overall, I thought it was a great album. I just felt that it lacked a lot of delivery. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean, though?
I'm gonna get into it. You feel me? Like, okay, I just want to talk first about what I thought was great about the album.
Okay.
You know, just starting it off like that. Okay. First off, you had those songs that addressed the most recent issue, obviously with him and Pusha T. You know, so like I don't think that's an excuse why people should say if it's weak or not. So you had those 8 out of 10, which was great bar for bar music. You had Survival. You had Sandra Rose, just all good music, man. And then on top of that, you had classic features on there, man, with Jay-Z. You had Michael Jackson. You had the king, literally the king of pop on your song, on your album. You feel me? So that should say it all already. So you feel me? Like, I think it would be unfair for somebody to say it's weak. But however, you know what I'm saying? I said that it lacks delivery based off what really came up to the album, bro. Like, you feel me? He fed us this year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He fed us with diplomatic immunity. You feel me? God's plan, Duppy. I'm talking about bar for bar music, and I think that's what I mean when I say it lacks delivery. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, bro, I look at it like this, bro. When it comes to Drake, bro, and this is why I say this, bro. I feel like Drake is like the LeBron of the rap game at this point. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's obviously that he's head and shoulders above everybody else, and I feel like sometimes we be putting pressure on this man that he is not gonna come through and deliver, and rightfully so. You feel me? Same way with LeBron. Right. LeBron's he better beat the Warriors. Ain't no way LeBron's gonna beat that team by himself. You feel me? We be wanting him to do shit that he did 10, 12 years ago. It's not happening. You feel what I'm saying? We just gotta accept this man, and at who he is today, he's still the greatest. But we just gotta accept him for who he is now. You feel what I'm saying? And just let it sink in. I don't think, you know, because I was thinking that too, like, man, it'd be nice to get some of that old Drake back.
I think that's the exact reason why I think Drake is so great. I don't expect him to be at one sound. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't expect LeBron to play as one type of player. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it great.
Everybody,
you know what I'm saying?
Likes / listens to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. But like with what, like, going back to like the expectancy of what he's done this year, you know what I'm saying, lyrical wise, I thought I was gonna hear a little bit more of that on the album. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna be able to hear another one of those diplomat immunities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, the album sound baby affected. You feel me? It sound like, you know, the news, when the news did break, I ain't gonna say he went back and redid his old album, because I know
he couldn't have.
But what I'm saying is, I know for a fact that it did have some, like, you know, effects on the album as far as him making a few changes and changing probably the tone of it, because he probably was gonna come out on some other shit. On this album, he sound I'll say a lot humble. He sounds real humble. You know, he say he set into his role as a nice guy or whatever, and that's what it sounds like on this album. You feel me? He's really coming real. So, you know, and I ain't gonna say I don't like that Drake, but, you know, you do like that underdog Drake, that Drake that feel like he still got a lot to come for and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's going to a good point. You feel me? Like with the Pusha T thing, that's obviously out the picture. You know, like when you talking about an album, it's unreal. Like, it's unreal for him to go back and make like, okay, that thing happened 3 weeks ago, right? That beef, that situation happened 3 weeks ago. So as a understandable listener and a logical person, like, I know that he wouldn't been able to go back and put all, full force into that situation to the album.
Hell no, but I'll tell you what, it did affect the album.
Yeah, definitely.
And then on top of that, it affected his sales, bro. Like, another thing too, Drake is huge, bro, but this album wouldn't have been this big, like, when nobody been waiting for it, like, it wouldn't have been the talk of the talk of the talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Drake's album's always gonna be the talk, like, yeah, Drake's right. But it wouldn't have been like how it was just now. And I ain't seen an album like that in a minute. Off the simple fact of, like, all the shit that was happening before. They like, damn, we want to hear what he got to say. He kept quiet the whole time. You feel me? So that did Pusha T. It just goes to show you when a motherfucker really think they breaking you down.
It put a stamp on it, but like, as far as like, even if that didn't happen, I think I would have felt I think me personally, I think I would have felt the same way. Like, I still want to hear that music that you used to put out. Like, as far as like literally 5 minutes, no stopping, bar from bar, like I know you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because like with More Life, his last album, I felt like he was stingy with that. Like, I felt like he was stingy, and it was rightfully so. He was putting out more diverse music. He was getting into that, what's it called, house music, where pop music and stuff, and he's trying to expand his base. And you shouldn't, as logical as an artist, like, you don't want to just stay to one genre of music. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that album was for that.
But the problem is when you do that, it does, like you say, lose substance. You don't really have no pop music really ain't got no substance. You know what I'm saying? It's just good music. You can listen to it anywhere, which is where I feel like we at with Drake. I don't feel like if people was expecting to hear, Marvin's Room Drake and give it up. You feel what I'm saying? That Drake's not coming back. You feel me? He still can make good songs, but it would never be like that era again. You feel what I'm saying? At this point with Drake, just enjoy the music. You feel what I'm saying? And ride out to it, because that's all he's making music for nowadays, period. You feel me? All his shit is on the radio. He's not going to make them hits no more that you heard. And you like, damn, you feel like you're going to remember that day forever. It's like a flashbulb memory. He's not bringing shit like that to the table no more. Because I feel like you said, this album and the last, Views from the Six and More Life was more so promotional use. For the fact of, like, he's putting that music out for Drake. You know what I'm saying? His brand. Drake as the brand. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily him as an artist. So, and with that being done, it lack a little substance.
That's what I'm saying. And you can't even, I won't even go as far as, like, it's just, like, this whole conversation is just, like, it makes me think, because, like, even when you talking about these albums, like, just like Views and More Life versus like Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, like, the world of music has changed since then, even how you get your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so prime example, like with Nothing Was the Same and Take Care, Apple Music was virally out at that point. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even as big as he is now. You know what I'm saying? Spotify and all these things. So now, like I'm saying, like, the reach wasn't there. As much. You had to really get people to come and go out of their way to buy your album. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you gotta think, iTunes, you had to go on iTunes back when those albums came out. You had to go on iTunes, download it, and do it that way. And if you didn't have an iPhone, like me, I didn't have an iPhone at that point. Then
on top of that, as you've been seeing, Spotify, they got motherfuckers asking for refunds because the way they just started this first time promotion thing, they doing it with Drake, and he's the first one they doing it with, and they going crazy. Like, they putting this nigga's face on every fucking playlist, on gospel playlists, and the fans the Spotify users, like, we tired of seeing this nigga's face. For the motherfuckers who don't even listen to his music, you feel me? And that's what I mean when I say, like, I give it to him. I ain't gonna say this is like, no, if you reading this is too late, Views, More Life, nothing like that. It does have a little bit of substance. It does remind me of Drizzy, you feel me? But at the same time, you could tell that it's not like, it's more so on some other shit. It's not really, true to the game in a way. You feel what I'm saying? It's more so just for good music. You feel me? So, which is no problem with it. It's no problem with it at all. It's just like, I want to clear that up for everybody feeling like, motherfuckers it's a rap. You just got to accept that shit for what it is and either fuck with it or not. You feel what I'm saying? Period. But I'll tell you one thing, though. I was expecting at least a full song dedicated to the Pusha T incident. I ain't gonna say he had to address this man, you feel me, diss this man, call him out. I ain't saying none of that, bro, but you gotta at least, you feel me, I don't want her buying this song and buying that song, and you know, because he was disrespectful at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to come, you know, but at the end of the day, bro, you know, you need to address that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And everything else along with that aura. You feel me? Period. Address that. You don't
Exactly, because
if
if he was gonna do that, he should have left Duppy for the album.
Facts,
if he was gonna
nigga.
do that, see, that's what I'm saying. It's just about time, man. That's what it was for me.
But that
when
would
I
have took
listened
the
to
whole
album.
focus off the album. Motherfuckers would have heard that and been like,
I don't know. I think it would have been like, man, I can listen to the rest of what the hell he has to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Facts.
Because, well, no.
I mean,
man.
they said he had a killer response, but Jay
Exactly.
Prince told him not to put it out.
Well, no. Another thing, bro, like going along with that, that's what I was meant, like getting to with that little situation. The promotion that he did for that had me expecting that this is what the album was gonna be like.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna come out
On
like,
Bud.
on
I ain't even
Bud.
gonna stunt. I
And
did
then-
too. He dropped the Billboard. One of them
Yeah.
was what? Fashion Week is your thing. More of your thing than my thing. Who goes to Fashion Week?
Right.
Kanye West and his whole camp. Right? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else is he talking to? You know, don't hit me. You know, he's coming with a more so like chip on his shoulder. Like, nah, I don't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Stay where you at. So we expecting some heat. I know, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was a good album. It's already platinum. It's only been out for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? So the album overall is like, it's good, in my opinion. But it's not classic Drizzy.
It's
and
not.
that's that. You feel what I'm saying? I still want to hear that diss track that Jay Prince is holding back.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I would rate this album, if it was on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate it a 9 out of 10. Simply because a 9. I would.
That's not bad at all. What's a 10?
A 10 would be a 10 would be is nothing is the same.
Nothing
Like
was
it's
the same.
saying nothing was the same. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah, that album was a 10.
I'm a stingy, bro.
I ain't even gonna flex.
I'm a stingy listener. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I like this. I think a great album consists of, okay, you got your lyrical songs, which is about it. Say for instance, okay, put it like this: if you got a 20 song album, right? 5 of those songs have to be hits, right? They have to be radio hits. Okay, then you got maybe 3 or 4 that's the kind of songs that I'm talking about, and then the rest is more so of just
fill in the blank.
But whatever
I'm
it
gonna
is.
keep it simpler than that. And this is why I say that,
So,
nothing was the
half.
same. I give that a 10 out of 10 too, and this is the only reason why. Because I can listen to every song on that album. You feel what I'm saying? I know the words to every song on that album.
Exactly.
Same thing with Take Care.
Take Care.
And I wouldn't say the Thank Me Later, but it's close. You feel what I'm saying? I kind of know when it got to like views, and I really stopped. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them. Some of them songs is really like, really not a nigga stilo. You feel what I'm saying?
What messed Drake up for me was when he put, and you feel me, rappers try to use this to their advantage all the time. Like, I do a song with no features, I do an album with no features. In some cases, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a rapper that don't need features, then you shouldn't put a lot of features on your album. You know what I'm saying? So like Views, More Life, and this album, exception with the classic features. You feel me? I can accept.
He really ain't got too many features.
Not too many on this one. That's one thing. One pro I can say about this album. It's not a lot of features.
But yeah, the other ones, and that's why I say that's why I was like, it
Yeah.
felt like promotional use.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Drizzy he comes solo. You feel me? Okay. Or with Jay Prince. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, speaking of Jay Prince, my nigga.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this art of respect, right?
Oh, the Art of Respect, his book.
His book.
Yeah, everybody should listen to it right now. I feel like everybody should listen to it because it's saying exactly what the title says, Art of Respect. Like, I feel like in our culture right now, it's like we got to get back.
We don't have no respect.
We don't have no respect for each other no more.
No
We losing that. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you listen to this book where he's talking about I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but you know, like he's
give me the gist, because I ain't even
throughout the whole book, he's really talking about like his rise and fall throughout life, and when he got into the music business in 1986. You feel me? With you know, the Ghetto Boys. Everybody knows that story. You know what I'm saying? When he's officially got into that, but he talks a lot about respect, far as like what he had to go through to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, prime example, like he was you know, before he got into the game, he sold drugs or whatever, you know, and I don't want to give too much of the story, but he talked about, like, he put his full dedication into his rap label because of the people around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't see himself as a person who really wanted to dive into music. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the dollar. But because he respected so many others, like, you know, like he was a leader and people followed him. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they did, whatever he did, they did. You know what I'm saying? So he had a conversation with himself. The chapter's called The Closet. He had a conversation with himself and his son in his hand inside of a closet. You know what I'm saying? Talking to God, just saying that if I dedicate my life to this, you know what I'm saying, I have to give up everything that I got. So he went and sold all his jewelry, sold all of his cars, sold his houses, you feel me, to be fully dedicated to all the people around him. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about, like, that was his first form of respect to people who really loved him. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you sacrifice yourself and not a big sacrifice like that, but I think if you sacrifice your feelings for other people, you know what I'm saying, that's what we need in this culture.
Exactly.
You know
Facts. And I'm gonna break that down a little bit simpler, bro. Because this is why I feel like it's no respect starting with the kids. For one, it's two things that don't happen in our culture nowadays no more. The kids ain't getting ass whoopings no more. You feel what I'm saying? And they not going to church. Not saying that you gotta be Bible study, you know, Sunday school. No, I'm not saying all that, but, you know, taking your kid to church does help. You feel what I'm saying? It enforces fear in them. Not in the sense of that they scared of anybody, but that they know that they not the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem nowadays is there is, you know what I'm saying, there is no, these young motherfuckers nowadays feel like everybody should fear them just for the simple fact that they have a gun. You feel what I'm saying? And then they feel like that, and then be the ones that end up exiting the game. They take themselves out the game. Because in all reality, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's invincible. You feel what I'm saying? Period. And I just feel like there's no respect nowadays, man, especially in the streets, which it irks me. It's just fear. You know what I'm saying? It's just fear. It's just motherfuckers with guns. It's no. We need respect to be organized. And people get it misconstrued because you look at you want to know why Chicago is so crazy? You feel what I'm saying? They got all these bodies. There's no soul. You know what I'm saying? Soul comes from respect. It comes from actually talking to each other. You feel what I'm saying? You take it back to the 60s, 70s when, okay, you had Larry Hoover and them on the street, but at the same time, you had Huey P. Newton and the Black Panthers feeding these kids every day, and even the gangsters respected that. You feel what I'm saying? The gangsters wanted to, you know what I'm saying? You get out there and you shoot that motherfucker up, they gonna shoot you up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's ass backwards. Now, and why? Because them niggas wasn't on, all they was on was getting that. Nowadays, it's more so about, I feel like, don't nobody want no money, don't nobody want nothing. Everybody's for themselves. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody just, you feel me? It's a mentality of like, it ain't no love. It's just kill to be killed. You feel what I'm saying? That comes from like not having respect and I feel like the word respect is misconstrued. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like respect, it don't mean like, oh, he trying to son me, or oh, I gotta be scared of him because I respect him. No, respect just means I fuck with you enough to listen to you. You feel what I'm saying? And hear you out. So if we had that all throughout the community, then it wouldn't be no miscommunication, because that's the only thing that brings forth things like death and shit like that and motherfucker killing. No, you feel what I'm saying? We need to learn how to have a mutual respect for each other. I ain't saying just walk around on no buddy boy shit, you feel me? Because that'll never happen. And I ain't saying this is gonna stop all the problems, because problems will happen regardless, but I'll tell you the main root of a lot of problems, especially in the black community, is for a lack of respect. Don't nobody got no respect for each other. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody just out for a mission for themselves. You feel what I'm saying? These young niggas is going out here, they don't want to hustle, you feel what I'm saying? They don't even got respect for the streets, the game no more. You feel me? They just want to take everything. And you feel me? And then end up broke. Or, you know what I'm saying? They end up in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it all goes back to what you just brought up, bro. Just respect, bro.
It's just all about respect. And then even with that, bro, like you talked about God, bro, like when he got his first check, he went and I'm not suggesting, he's a big man for this, bro. Like he got his first check which was 1.5 million or something, somewhere around that number, and he was out looking for real estate. And what he did was he was saying he was going to church this whole time. He was out of the streets. He was going to church. And his church was talking about, you know, like they was in a poor part of Texas. At this time, Houston was very poor, you know, so they was trying to expand the church. And he said, you know what, I'm going to buy some land and I'm going to put the church on, you know what I'm saying, before I even put myself on. Because at that point, he had already bought his mama a house, you know what I'm saying? So he went the extra mile to even go and help the whole community. Like, it's going back to what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? It's just respecting people. You know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be so much of me just giving you something. It don't even have to be me
giving you anything.
Me honoring you or nothing. It's just like when I see you, I don't even have to like you. It's just about just a value. Like I look at you as your life.
Yeah, exactly.
I value your life, and
that's all it is.
And I want you to do the same for me.
Because back when it was 70s and 60s and shit, we had to, especially when it was really legal for police to kill us and shoot us if we ran. Nowadays it's not illegal, and that's the problem with the black community. Not only are we for one, for you to conquer anything, the first step is to divide and conquer. It's easier to control people once you divide them, right? So if you look at the black community, not only are we divided, but you know what I'm saying? And what I mean is you can go on a college campus and you tell motherfuckers, hey, let's go to the hood and pass out food. And they like, I'm not going to the ghetto. You feel what I'm saying? And then on top of that, not only that, you go to the ghetto and then motherfuckers in the ghetto is divided. You feel what I'm saying? And what I mean is, bro, like that is a major problem for the fact of like you said, you don't have to be, it ain't about showing nothing about, you know, fear, nothing. It's more so that I just value your life. You feel what I'm saying? I value who you are. I value you on this earth. You feel me? And I'm gonna give you an example. In my city, you know, niggas love the mug. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a common thing. It's like if you see a motherfucker and say you don't know him, you know what I'm saying? You see him and you don't mug him, then that's a sign of weakness. You feel what I'm saying? And I really solely feel like niggas honestly think that.
Or if you respect somebody else's hustle, it's a sign of dick riding. Like, you
Facts.
know what I'm saying?
You feel what I'm saying?
I understand that.
Period.
Like, it's stupid.
Period, bro. It's called that's the crab in the barrel effect. Period.
Yeah.
Like, come on, we smarter than that. I mean, and you feel me? And you wonder, and you just want to wonder why we can't never win. You know what I'm saying? We can't win for losing when it comes to these police shootings. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why they really sit back and they look at us as a joke. You know, it don't even matter what the fuck they look at us like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big advocate on that. I don't give a fuck what they think. We are who we are. But at the end of the day, that's not who we are. As far as like having no respect for each other in our community. That's why the communities are tarnishing. No, we can't do that. We got to flip that shit around. You know what I'm saying? We got to change the narrative. If we really want to have a, what they calling it, the Black Renaissance?
Black Renaissance. We got to be able to put ourselves on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really don't need anybody else as far as like to do that for ourselves, and it's fine. And that's not to say to not get out here and network with other coaches. That's a difference. I'm not saying that at all. But the thing about it is that we are the gems. We got good gems, bro. And all it takes is just self-respect and respect for others. You know what I'm saying? That's a great start, because if you start there, then you're gonna value a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna value a lot of people more, and I think that's exactly what you said, bro. Like, we have to get back to that, bro. Like, because during that time, bro, like, and when you talk about the Black Renaissance, during those times, the 60s, 70s, and the last century, where we didn't have nothing else but each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally,
we had nothing else but each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was the Renaissance. We did have our own Wall Street. We did have a certain amount of respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Like, and I think if we get back to that, we can make a lot of shit change, because shit is changing. You know what I'm saying? And bring it back to the book, bro. Like, even what we all just said, what me and you just said, really, it's really what the book's about. You know what I'm saying? And it's just up for you to go out. It's not the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good book. You know what I'm saying? We just got into some more other shit. I'm not promoting this book like that, but I think it's a good book and people should listen to it.
It's key.
Yeah, it's
key.
You
feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it's key and it's pivotal, bro. And it's perfect for this time.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's perfect for this generation, for our generation to read. You feel what I'm saying? That book should be a #1 seller. You feel me? That's what we need. It's the lost art of respect. That's what it should have been called, because it's like a lost art.
Yeah.
Don't nobody know what it means no more to respect somebody. You feel me? And it's fucked up, but it is what it is.
And then I like the fact that he actually made it into like it's not even really a book. It's like different tracks of what he's just talking and reading at the same time, but it's like an album really, and you can skip to whatever part that you want to listen to.
Yeah.
So it's not, if you don't like reading, it's not that type of book. It's really just an audio.
That nigga already sound like a narrator himself.
Yeah, the shit. Yeah, right. So yeah, shit's good. It's pretty good, man. But
I fuck with it, man. I fuck with it, man, for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna tone it down, man. Just the nigga went through some shit, man. On 4th of July, I just had to take note of, bro. And
what you
came up with this topic, you know, barbecue etiquette.
Oh yeah, barbecue etiquette, bro. If y'all come to people's house, speak.
Period.
When you come to people's house, bring something.
Period.
You come to people's house, clean up after your fucking self.
Stash you a couple pops.
Yeah, stash you some shit.
Don't kill out the pen. And that's what killed me out. You feel me? You go for your favorite dish that you done bought.
Right.
It's gone before you can even get there because you call yourself trying to be
some damn shame.
A good guest.
I came over your house yesterday. I ain't do none of that shit, did I?
Man, but let me let you know just some real deal shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it come down to these gatherings and these barbecues and shit like this. Number one, give motherfuckers their space. Don't follow a motherfucker around the whole barbecue in their ear and shit like that, especially when they loaded. You know what I'm saying? This goes for all the cousins, aunties, uncles, especially when you dealing with younger motherfuckers, man. Leave all that shit that where a motherfucker got to think in the car, period. Right. You feel what I'm saying? We not here for none of that, period. You won't follow a motherfucker around and be in that, nah. Okay, so we not doing that. That's a killer.
And before y'all say it's disrespectful when we contradicting ourselves, we are allowed to smoke and drink. We grown. We allowed to smoke and drink at our barbecues. So I don't know how y'all families raised y'all.
Now, it's cool to listen to a motherfucker, you feel what I'm saying? But it's different when somebody's being overzealous, period. Yeah. But at the same time, and then again, number two, big pet peeve. If you smoke, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't run off on your peoples who smoke. Because then you just trying to create family beef. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know why she ain't tell me she was smoking. She know I smoke. I don't know why they just gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If it's you and your brothers and sisters and your friends and your cousins smoke, don't y'all 5, 6 of y'all try shaking your cousin. You like, oh,
right,
cuz,
try to go
you know
run to
we
the
was
store and get
smoking.
some ice.
Right, come on now, that's foul. That's how you create family beef right there. And y'all end up talking to y'all 40 or 50. I seen it with my own eyes. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's just some of the rundown that I just had to get off my chest because that shit is foul.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July, good holiday weekend, though, man.
And if I bring one of you, hey, if one of y'all listening and I date y'all in the future, just know I'm not coming to fix your plate because you scared to go in the kitchen.
Hey, hell
I don't give a shit. Go in there and get in the kitchen.
And another thing is, I don't believe in nobody fixing my plate.
Right.
Period. You heard? I got my own.
Shit.
You feel what I'm saying? I understand when you old and shit. You know, my grandmama fixed my granddaddy plate. That's cool or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? My mama used to try to do that shit with my stepdad. I used to be like, Mom, what you doing?
I don't know, man. I think it's because we come from real friendly families, but like where everybody's welcome in our house.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause I was raised like that, bro. Like, you are grown. If you come to my barbecue, nobody's not fixing your plate. You straight. You welcome. Go get your own plate.
Get your plate. Period.
Yeah. Just speak. That's all.
Man.
That's all. Just speak.
That's all it is. That's all it come down to. Simple etiquette, man. Simple etiquette, man. Just, you know, at the end of the day, I want to get back to that point and that topic before we close this episode out, man. Just show respect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And show respect in the sense of respect is being shown to you at all times. You don't have no reason to disrespect nobody unless a motherfucker, you know, come at you disrespect. Period. And I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm just telling you general laws of life, honestly. You know what I'm saying? God didn't put nobody on this earth to just be disrespecting another motherfucker. You best believe you're going to have to, you know, stand on what you're saying and see them consequences, whatever they may be, harsh or harmful, you know, harmless. You feel what I'm saying? So that's that, you know what I'm saying? But, you feel me? All right, y'all, man. It's your boy, Shondell, man.
It's your boy, C Flip.
And that wraps up another episode of The Session, man. Follow us on Instagram at The Real Session, man. Add us on YouTube, Session Podcast. Subscribe, man. Listen, stay tuned. We got y'all, man. Fuck with us. You did.